Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. Welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri. So if you guys know, recently I have uploaded a video where I told you guys to review a film in English so that you can give yourself maximum amount of speaking practice which can help you to be fluent in this language. So after I uploaded that video, I got a comment asking me to tell about my favorite movie, about my favorite film, to describe about that film in English. So of course I took a lot of time. After receiving that comment, I just felt like, yeah, it was such a good idea to make a video on, and I took a lot of time for that because there are a lot of films which are my favorite, so I had to pick the best one out of them and I have to make a video on it. So that is the reason for taking a lot of time. I apologize for that, but I'm sure I'm just going to speak from my heart. I'm just going to share my genuine opinion on this film. I love this film so much that I just want to speak my heart out in this video, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video because I am going to enjoy this video and I'm going to enjoy shooting this video. So without any further ado, let's just get into the video. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys about a film which is absolutely a favorite one of mine. Which is my favorite film, and I'm not going to tell you the story of that movie because telling you guys about the story of that movie is going to take a lot of time. I cannot explain the entire story in one single video. So instead of that, what I'm going to do is I am going to tell you about my favorite scenes in this film and what I have learned from them. So the entire scenes, I'm going to explain them in English. Of course, I might make a lot of mistakes when I'm going to explain them, but I'm going to try my best to express whatever is there in my mind. Okay, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. And my all-time favorite movie is MS Dhoni, The Untold Story. This movie is so close to my heart and it always holds a special place in my heart, and I can never talk enough about this movie, and it's such a brilliant film which just touched my heart. Every time I watch a film, every time I watch this film particularly, it just leaves me with tears in my eyes, with happiness. And I'm just going to talk about my favorite scenes in this particular film. I know this entire film itself is such a brilliant one, but there are few scenes which actually touched my heart and I always remember them. They are just quite close to my heart and they personally motivated me a lot, and they changed me as a person. They changed me they actually transformed me into a better person. They changed the perspective in which I think. Okay, that's what we are going to talk about in today's video. I hope this video is going to be quite interesting. And the first scene which I like in this movie is the train scene, where Sushant Singh Rajput sir, who played the role of MS Dhoni in this film, he sits in a railway station on a bench where he is absolutely confused about his career, whether he had to choose the job or career. I mean, it's such a real situation which everyone faces, where Sushant Singh Rajput in that film, MS Dhoni, he is also in that situation where he is absolutely confused about his career. But life is going to provide you with an opportunity. It happens with everybody. At that point of time, a train is going to enter into the railway station. And after that train enters, MS Dhoni in that film hears crowd cheering up, Dhoni, Dhoni, Dhoni. And after hearing that, I'm telling you, goosebumps. I was literally, I cannot express that in words, guys. I was getting goosebumps all over my body, because, you know, that film, that scene is extremely special. I just feel that that scene itself is something that is a life changer for MS Dhoni sir in his life and also in that film. That scene itself is so special that everybody remembers that special scene, where life is going to provide you with an opportunity, but everybody doesn't have that courage to grab your passion. At that point of time, MS Dhoni sir, he had two options. Either he had to chase his dreams, or he had to just be with that job which is so suffocating to do. So MS Dhoni sir took a good decision of gathering courage and catching that train and going to his father and telling about his dream. Imagine if that scene was not there in his life, maybe we would not have seen MS Dhoni sir as how we are seeing him right now. Now we consider MS Dhoni sir as an inspiration in our life. Just imagine if that scene was not there in his life, how it would have been. So it's all about one moment in your life, is what I have learned in after watching that particular scene. I'm not able to express it properly because, you know, when you like something so much, you just run out of words. That's what is happening with me right now. But I'm going to try my best to express every scene possible that I like. Okay, from that particular scene, what I have learned is that life is always going to provide you with opportunities. So it's up to you if you are going to gather that courage to chase your dreams. Of course, you have easier ones, difficult ones, but gathering that courage and choosing your passion is very important. And I think that is what made Dhoni sir as an inspiration for all of us today. And that scene, every time I watch that scene, I get tears in my eyes and I get goosebumps. That scene itself is a highlight scene of that whole film. And I'm trying to explain that as good as possible. I'm just running out of words. And that scene is my most favorite one. And let's get on to the next scene now. And another scene which I like the most is that this scene is in the song of Besabariya, where MS Dhoni sir had to write his exam, and immediately after finishing the exam, he had to finish 3 hours exam in just 1 hour. He had to complete that exam in 1 hour, complete it, run, catch a passenger train, and again go to practice. Imagine how hectic that can be for a person. We always feel tired, like we just get hesitated very easily in our life. We don't want to do things at the same time in our life. But you know, I'll tell you an amazing part which I like in that particular scene. MS Dhoni sir has completed writing his exam, and after that he knew that he did not perform so well in the exam. He knew the fact. He is sad about it, but immediately there was this thought in his mind that no, it's time for practice. I should not feel sad about it. So he'll just stop feeling sad, and immediately he'll run after the train. He'll just run to catch that passenger train and get back to practice. So what I have learned from that particular scene is, of course, there are going to be days in your life which are going to be sad, which are going to be happy, but you know, not taking them too seriously is what going to make you stand out. You should not take happy moments seriously or sad moments seriously, is what I have learned from that particular scene. I learned that always chasing your passion, always working towards your passion is just going to make you successful, is what I have learned from that particular scene. It's a really nice scene. I mean, that scene is hardly there for, I mean, where Dhoni sir feels sad about the exam and immediately he runs after the train to catch that. That scene is there hardly for 4 or 5 seconds, but yeah, I remember that scene so distinctly. That scene holds a special place in my heart, and it's an amazing scene. Do I need to tell more about it? It's an amazing one. And the next scene which I like the most is again a scene in railway station where MS Dhoni sir is absolutely confused if he is doing right or not. He is sitting alone in the station, and that's when the boss of MS Dhoni sir is going to arrive into the station and ask him what happened. What happened, Dhoni? Why are you like this? And then MS Dhoni sir replies, nothing, sir, nothing is going on with me. And his boss says, you have to share things with people. That's when your heart is going to feel light. And then MS Dhoni sir says that, I'm quite confused about what's going on in my life, sir. I just feel like, am I doing anything right with my life? I actually wanted to be a cricketer, but what am I doing here as a TC in a railway station? I am collecting fines from people on the platforms. I'm not telling you this because this is a small job, not at all, sir, but my dream is something different from this. And I'm quite worried about it, is what MS Dhoni sir says at that point of time. And immediately after he says that, his boss is going to just motivate him, boost him up at that point of time. And why I liked this scene why I liked this scene so much is because imagine if there was no imagine if there's no such kind of motivation at that point of time in MS Dhoni sir's life. Maybe his thought process would not have changed. Maybe the way he think about his life would not have changed. So in life, motivating factors here and there are really good. They might be small ones. They might be, motivation is from people who are not really great, but those words, those sentences are going to transform you a lot, is what I have learned from that scene. And that sir says, his boss says to MS Dhoni sir that improve your spoken English, it is going to help you in the future. Because MS Dhoni sir's boss knows that MS Dhoni sir is going to achieve something in his life in the coming future, and that is the reason his boss says that improve your spoken English, it is going to be helpful in the future. Now just look at the way MS Dhoni sir speaks in English. I just admire his English. The way he speaks is just awesome. I don't even have to tell you about that. And that's how awesome that scene is. I love that scene. And there's another scene which I like is where Sakshi ma'am enters in that scene. When Sakshi ma'am enters into the movie, Kiara Advani ma'am, who plays the role of Sakshi ma'am in the film, where Sakshi ma'am could not recognize who is MS Dhoni sir. And MS Dhoni sir actually admires that about Sakshi ma'am, which I think is quite humble, which I think is quite generous. It's quite, it's so down to earth. And the best part about that scene is that MS Dhoni sir takes the autograph of Sakshi ma'am, which I think is quite down to earth. It shows his simplicity, it shows his respect towards people, it shows his humility towards people. Imagine being in a position of MS Dhoni sir. He didn't have to do that, but he did that, and that's what portrays the personality of MS Dhoni sir. And that is also one of my favorite scenes in that film. He asking for an autograph from Sakshi ma'am at that point of time is just amazing. And these are those little small things in the film which actually touched my heart and which I actually like a lot. What I generally do is whenever I watch this film, I'm always, forwarding and, watching these scenes repeatedly again and again, because these are those small things which are actually quite special in the movie. I am always delighted to watch all these scenes in the movie. Of course, there are many other scenes, but these are the ones which hold a special place in my heart. And the entire movie itself is a motivational movie. We watch a lot of films, but there are very few films which can actually hold a place in your heart. And for me, this is such a film. This movie is something which always holds a special place in my heart. I can never ever forget a single scene in this film. Every time I watch a film, I'm telling you, it just leaves me with goosebumps and tears in my eyes. And that those tears are not out of sadness or something, those tears are out of happiness. Like, you look Sushant Singh Rajput sir on the screen playing MS Dhoni, and the way he acts in that film itself is going to give you tears in your eyes. And that's what happened with me. So this movie is always special to me, and this is one of my favorite films forever. This movie is going to just stay with me forever. And talking about Sushant Singh Rajput sir, I don't know if anyone could have done justice for this role except Sushant Singh Rajput sir. No one could have done it better than Sushant Singh Rajput sir. Of course, we do miss Sushant Singh Rajput sir, but yeah, that's how it is. But this movie is so motivating. I always get motivated by watching this film. And these are all the scenes which I like in this film, and these were the lessons that I have learned by watching that film. And I'm very sure even you guys would have a movie like this which you like the most and which you have learned from. We do have films which we inspire from, and in my life, MS Dhoni is such a film. I always try to get inspired from that movie. And you know, I would like to tell you one more thing. This movie is not only about cricket, it's beyond cricket. It's about the struggles that MS Dhoni sir has faced in his life and those beautiful moments in his life. This movie is beyond cricket. It's not only about cricket. Now we see MS Dhoni sir as an inspiration. Of course, he is an inspiration, but what has happened behind is what we don't know, but we got to know by watching this amazing, incredible movie, MS Dhoni, The Untold Story. And this movie is always going to be special to my heart. I can never get bored by watching this film. No matter how many times I watch it, I'm always interested to watch this film as I'm watching it for the first time. Okay, and you please do let me know which one is your favorite movie, and which one is your favorite movie, and which one is that one you get inspired from. And yeah, please do let me know in the comments below. And I just hope that you guys liked this video, and I thoroughly enjoyed shooting this video for you guys. And whatever I spoke in today's video is completely from my heart. Whatever I just felt here, I just spoke that out. And I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did shooting this video. So you please do let me know how did you like this video in the comments below. And if you do have any kind of suggestions or questions, please do let me know in the comments below. I'm always happy to know all your suggestions and comments. Okay, so please do let me know in the comments below. And I'll be coming up with more of such videos very soon. Till then, if you like the video, please do not forget to like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you very soon. Till then, you take care of yourself.